Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news begins now.
Jackie Lamby's ploy to seize the balance of power in state parliament is moving up a gear, announcing a farmer, solicitor and mental health professional as her 3 candidates to vie for the seat of Franklin at the next election. Although not everybody is welcoming the renegade senator's entrance to the state political scene.
She might not be running, but Jackie Lamby wants to shake up state politics.
We, want to be part of that balance of power. We want to be able to hold them accountable. We want to put every piece of legislation under that microscope.
Chris Hannon, Marshall Callaghan and Connor Hallahan will run for her network in Franklin at the next state election. The trio having similar reasons for entering the fray.
I'm running because, the state of health and the state of child safety in this state is abysmal.
I've been a mental health professional now for 20 years and I would say it's getting worse.
And I think a lot of people feel this way, that the state government currently is not addressing it as well as they could.
The last EMRS poll showed 19% of Tasmanians have an appetite for a third party. A government spokesperson says they're focused on delivering a long-term plan for all Tasmanians, while a serving Franklin MP believes less is more.
I don't think we need to be adding Jackie Lamby network candidates to the chaos that the Liberal Party has already put through this parliament. I've never seen Jackie Lamby in the electorate of Franklin.
Labor also wants to know why the Director of Racing quit just weeks after being reappointed.
Completely bizarre, and then only a few weeks later we find out that he's leaving anyway.
I don't have any comment on that. People's personal HR issues are for them.
The government, meanwhile, is standing firm on its ban on paramedics' Christmas decorations, despite Labor's call for the Premier to intervene.
And I love Christmas spirit, but maybe we just need to do that in another way.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
A new $1 million program is hoping to lure more tradies to develop traditional building skills and protect Tasmania's heritage buildings. The program will offer grants of up to $20,000 to building owners, helping them maintain their facilities, while larger payments of up to $200,000 will support skills development and encourage the reimagining of some of our heritage buildings.
The C.H. Smith building just down the road here, which is a great example of where a heritage building has been activated.
So there's a whole range of things in the heritage space that we need to be keeping alive and reinvigorating.
Applications for the grants open on January 15. It's getting easier to find a free internet hotspot as the state government expands its public Wi-Fi network in 2024. Dozens of government properties across Tasmania will provide free, fast connections for both tourists and members of the public.
We light up government buildings as broad and as wide as we can to provide more free Wi-Fi for the people of Tasmania. This is something we can do.
For tourists to know, the minute they think about coming to Hobart, they're going to get free Wi-Fi across Tasmania near government buildings. It will be a game changer.
It's part of a commitment to support digital inclusion. Revheads have rolled into Symmons Plains to test their tyres against the tarmac in a unique format. A record number of drivers signing up for Island State Drift and a beefed up new competition.
Smoking tyres and settling scores. Beef battles is the next big thing tearing up the track. Drivers challenge each other to a one-on-one drifting duel around a technical slice of the iconic track. But there's no race to a finish line here. Quick flicks and sharp angles are the name of the game.
Whoever does the best time, whoever has the most angle, it's like splitting hairs, you're battling another guy, it's whoever does the best wins.
Drift veteran Ben Petter taking home top honours for the first time.
It's been a very long time coming. I've been doing this now for competitively probably 6-7 years.
The $1,000 prize purse helping ease the sting in a sport notorious for burning rubber.
Prize money is definitely going towards tyres, absolutely.
A record number of entries proving the sport's popularity won't be slowing down anytime soon.
Anybody can bring their own car, it goes through a safety check and then you can sign up and have fun.
An open session giving drivers of all skill levels and experience a chance to take a turn on the track. The smoky spectacle keeping crowds entertained.
The pure madness that is drifting is so high intensity. There's always something going on.
An event which won't be hitting the skids anytime soon. Annie Green, 7 Tasmania News.
A small Tasmanian fishing town is once again being terrorised by one of its residents. With an ego almost as big as he is, Neil the Seal is going viral on social media, with Dunalley locals documenting his daily antics.
Engaged in an unusual standoff, Dunalley police on the tail of a recidivist offender.
Police versus Neil the Seal.
Weighing 600 kilograms at just 3 years old, the delinquent elephant seal has quickly become boss of the small town, terrorising bystanders.
Yeah, I wouldn't get too close. Yeah, move the wheelchair. Move the wheelchair.
Damaging property.
He broke all my signs. It's the man's house, and Neil's destroyed the window part there.
And trespassing on houses.
Neil, someone lives here.
Dunalley's 300 residents all doing their best to stay on his good side.
Morning. Look at that, he loves it. Oh, that's lovely. A morning squirt, look.
Coming ashore several times a year, Neil is now somewhat of a celebrity, followed by 18,000 people on Instagram and taking the TikTok world by storm.
If you don't know what Neil the Seal is, I'm sorry you're not part of the cool kids, but just know he's a scallywag, a silly little guy, and he enjoys breaking and entering into lawns that are not his.
Do I live in Tasmania? No. I live in Pennsylvania. Do I know anything about elephant seals? Also no. But I would die for him.
Currently in hiding, Tasmanians and tourists are reminded to keep at least 20 metres distance between Neil the Seal and his path of destruction. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
The Jack Jumpers have a chance to regroup against the Sydney Kings at home tomorrow after a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Perth. Tasmania led most of the game, however, a Bryce Cotton performance for the ages helped the Wildcats win it with seconds to play.
It wasn't their night, but the Jack Jumpers coach could still see positives in what was an NBL classic.
I loved it. Exciting game. They made a few more plays down the stretch, and that's basketball.
But also aware there's room for improvement ahead of the Christmas crunch.
When you keep giving them life with a few mistakes here or there, you end up paying the consequences.
You got to try and stay in top of the top 2, top 3, and going on these next 10, it's going to be close.
The night started well for the Jackies. Jordan Crawford and the returning Milton Doyle helped Tasmania to a 16-point lead in the second quarter.
Doyle off the inbound, good look. Great look for Milton Doyle.
Bryce Cotton, though, loomed large for Perth.
The steal, and then the bucket.
Both defences were also making themselves heard. The Wildcats regrouped after half-time and begun slashing the margin. Crawford helped keep Perth at bay, on his way to 29 points.
Shot clock into single figures. Jordan Crawford having himself another night.
9 up with 5 minutes to play, Tasmania looked in control, but Cotton and his teammates had other ideas.
This time top of the key, checks the feet, knocks it down, scores tied at 84.
The final minute full of drama. Cotton put the Cats in front. Some Magne Magic returned the favour, but he also missed from the line. The final of Cotton's 28 points swung the game back to the home side. Tasmania getting a final chance to steal another buzzer beater.
Puts the ball on the floor for the win. Misses. Tip in, doesn't go.
There's no time to wallow, with arch nemesis Sydney up tomorrow. John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening. 21 was the state's top today across Launceston and Devonport, 20 in Burnie, Hobart 19. Flinders Island and Lowhead also reaching 19, 17 in Strawn and 20 in Wynyard. Westerly winds pushed cloud over most of Tasmania today, with an area of high cloud drifting over the state during the day as well. Further out, thick cloud covers northern Queensland with thunderstorms seen over the tropical north. Tomorrow, a northwesterly airstream approaches Tasmania with light showers about the west of the state. West to northwesterly winds tomorrow, 15 to 25 knots, reaching 30 knots about the south. Swells up to 4 metres in the west and south and up to 2 metres in the north. A strong wind warning is current for the southeast coast and southwest coast. Tomorrow's forecast now: Hobart and Richmond partly cloudy, 23 in Ouse. In the north, Launceston becoming cloudy, 20 across Devonport and Deloraine. Partly cloudy in Burnie and Curry tomorrow. Strawn expecting a shower or two. Mostly sunny in St Helens, Swansea 23 and partly cloudy in Whitemark. Looking ahead to the 3-day forecast now. Monday, showers developing about the state during the day, then increasing during the evening. Tuesday, showers statewide with possible thunderstorms in the northeast. And Wednesday, morning showers about the west and south, mostly fine elsewhere. Capital cities 30 and mostly sunny in Perth tomorrow. Adelaide 27 and a possible storm in Brisbane. And currently Hobart 15, partly cloudy, Launceston 17 and Devonport 16, partly cloudy. That's all in weather, Nick.
Thanks very much, Jackie. I'll be back tomorrow night. Hope to see you then. Good night.